Dogs feel like something we planned, man's best friend by design, or our idea from the start. But archaeology tells a different story, and it goes a little something like this. Wolves showed up at our campfires, ate our scraps, and stuck around long before anyone said, "Who's a good dog?" Dogs weren't designed in a lab. They were the first animal we ever lived with, and we probably didn't mean to do it, but just let me explain. Hollywood loves the hero moment. One brave human, one wounded wolf pup, instant loyalty, end credits. That's a great movie, but that's not evolution. Nobody tamed a wolf on a Tuesday and woke up with a golden retriever. What actually happened was slower, stranger, and a lot more accidental than many people realize. Long before dogs existed, gray wolves were the apex predators, hunting in packs, fearing almost nothing. Then Homo sapiens spread across Eurasia during the Ice Age. We hunted big game, built camps, butchered mammoths, and left behind something wolves couldn't ignore: meat. Not every cut was prime rib. There was waste, gristle, marrow scraps, bones we cracked and walked away from. To a hungry wolf, that wasn't garbage. That was a free meal with no threat of a kick to the skull. Biologists describe what likely happened next. Some wolves stopped running the instant they smelled us. They hung back, hiding in the shadows, close enough to scavenge, far enough not to get speared. The key trait wasn't size or color, it was flight distance. How close an animal lets you get before it bolts. Shorter flight distance wins near humans. Those calmer wolves ate more. They ate more, lived longer, had more pups. Over generations, fear itself became a disadvantage at the edge of our fires, and boldness, at least the right kind of boldness, started paying off. This wasn't a weekend project. Genetic studies suggest the split between wolves and dogs took thousands of years, maybe 15,000, maybe much longer depending on which bones are being examined. Some fossils push back towards 33,000 years ago, and skulls that look part wolf, part something new. But the clearest early evidence? A puppy buried with two humans in Germany about 14,000 years ago. Now that burial matters. Dogs weren't just tolerated camp pests. They were companions before we had agriculture, before writing, before cities, before we had any idea we were making history. In Siberia, scientists ran a decades-long experiment on silver foxes. Every generation, select only the tamest. Within a few dozen generations, they looked slightly different than their ancestors. Floppy ears, curly tails, and spotted coats. That's called domestication syndrome. Pick for friendliness, and the body changes come along for the ride. Early dogs likely got smaller snouts, softer features, and more puppy-like faces without anyone breeding for cute. But the deepest changes weren't visible, they were in the brain. For a long time, these weren't poodles. They were camp wolves, still wild-looking, still useful for alarm barks and cleanup, not yet split into breeds. And here's where things start to take a different path. As humans migrated, dogs migrated with us across Europe, Asia, eventually the Americas. Mitochondrial DNA studies trace deep roots, with fierce debate over one origin versus several. But this is wherever we went, they followed. Not because we leashed them and they marched, because the partnership already worked between us. Then humans invented farming. Our diet shifted toward grain and starch, and incredibly enough, dogs shifted with us. A 2013 study found dogs carried extra copies of a starch digestion gene compared to wolves. 10,000 years of camp scraps, village leftovers, and bread crusts rewired their digestion. So no, your Labrador isn't obsessed with pizza because he's broken. He's adapted to the trash diet of human civilization. We changed what they ate. They changed what they could stomach. That part, at least, was mutual. True to their scavenger nature, when a pack of domesticated dogs roam together, they will send out the cutest dog to beg for food, because it has the highest chance of success. Here's the part that matters the most, and the part most people never hear. Dogs didn't just change shape. Over thousands of years beside us, their brains changed. The circuits that handle social bonding, reading faces, responding to human emotion, those got rewired. And so did the chemicals those brains release the moment they see you. This isn't metaphor, this is measurable. Dogs and humans didn't just live near each other, their biology started responding to each other. When a dog and human lock eyes, oxytocin spikes in both brains, the same hormone that bonds mothers to babies. You look at your dog looks back. Both of you get a chemical hit that says, stay close. That loop wasn't switched on in a single generation. It was built across millennia. Every camp wolf that tolerated humans ate more, bred more, and passed on a brain slightly better at reading our faces, voices, and gestures. Generation after generation, accident stacked on accident, until looking at each other literally changed both of you on the inside. And here's something truly wild. We know that dogs came straight from wolves, same lineage, nearly identical DNA. You can still cross a wolf and a dog today. That's undeniable science. But wild wolves, even wolves raised by humans from birth, do not run this loop. They'll tolerate you. They won't stare into your eyes and trigger that same chemical bond. Genetics and brain studies back this up. Dogs carry changes linked to hypersocial behavior, stretches of DNA tied to how intensely they seek human contact. Wolves kept the wolf version. Your dog got a version selected accidentally across thousands of years for wanting to be near you. Same ancestors, different wiring. Dogs even grew a muscle wolves don't have, one that pulls the inner eyebrow up, making those puppy dog eyes. It's not decoration, it's a signal humans can't ignore, tuned by thousands of years of looking at each other. And they read us even better than you'd expect. Dogs understand human pointing better than chimpanzees, our closest relatives. Domestication didn't just reshape bodies, it rewired minds for cooperation with us. Your dog isn't guessing, he's participating in a conversation that started before language ever existed. Herding, sled pulling, war dogs, lap warmers, that's phase 2. Intentional breeding for jobs came after accident. Once the partnership already existed. From Chihuahua to Great Dane, all one species, artificial selection compressed 10,000 years of slow change into a few centuries of breed craziness. But the original deal was simpler. Genetically, your couch potato dog is still mostly wolf. The barrier isn't biology, it's everything dogs built that wolves never did. The rewired social circuitry, the brain chemistry that fires the second they see you come home and that tail wag starts going crazy. So did humans create dogs? Well, we lit the fire, we left the scraps, we tolerated something dangerous at the edge of our camp because it was useful, then familiar, then impossible to imagine living without. Everything that came after, the bond, the chemistry, the look in their eyes when you walk through the door, that was chance stacking on chance for thousands of years. Not a plan, not a project, just two species kept each other company at the edge of survival until company became something else entirely. The oldest friendship on Earth was never a plan. Wolf after wolf chose scraps over fear, close proximity over the pack, chose us until choosing us was carved into their genes, their brains, and the chemicals that flood their body the moment they see your face. Ancient campfire, medieval village, modern doorstep, same deal, deeper every century. And that bond, it's unbreakable now, not because we trained it into them, but because for 14,000 years, we just kept showing up for each other. And somewhere along the way, accident became devotion. Your dog isn't proof you conquered the wild. He's proof two predators found something at the edge of the fire worth more than survival, and neither side ever let go. That's not a pet, that's a partnership written into biology. Some love stories are written on purpose. Ours was written by accident, and that's what makes it ours. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like this video. See you in the next one.